Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, it is made in the 1980s live rap talk, live rap talk, talking about rap music briefly. Man, the clouds, I'm among them. It's beautiful. I got a rap question for you, man. So, have you listened to the Drake follow-up track that's got the AI version of Pac and Snoop on it?
Before I answer that question,
Oh, no, you can't do it. You can't do it.
before I answer that question, is it safe to not even gonna ask it? I'm not even gonna ask it.
No,
But
that's
yes,
good.
yes, I have heard the Drake, Tupac, Snoop Dogg, whatever you want to call it. But
Okay.
yes, yes, I've heard it.
So, I want to know from your perspective. From your perspective, what do you think about that entire play? Like, how do you feel? Because now, like again, the Kendrick verse is out. Then he got he put the push-ups joint out, but he follow up with another joint aimed at Kendrick Lamar, but with the help of the Pac and Snoop.
Creative, innovative,
Okay.
and super unexpected because everybody knows how much Snoop fucks with K Dot.
Yeah.
And I think if Pac was still alive, Pac would be dick riding too. But at the same time, Pac is somebody that you don't play with without permission
That's true.
because he's not here to say, "Hey, light skinned nigga, chill."
Right.
And Snoop is most definitely somebody that you don't fucking play with. This is the biggest rap artist in the last fucking
For 30
30
years now.
years.
Yeah.
You don't play with Snoop without
Yeah.
Snoop's permission. So, creative, innovative, creative, disrespectful.
Really disrespectful. Uh,
Disrespectful.
let's unpack the disrespectful piece of this.
You don't, for one, you don't AI a person's, for one, you don't AI a legend like Pop
Hmm. Let's
without
hear it.
without permission.
Okay.
Two, you don't AI a man that's alive that can physically give you a verse. This man is still kicking. This man is
True.
still rapping. This man is still active. How are you AIing a verse from a man that's alive just to hurt somebody? Like you doing too much. Your light skin is showing, my G.
Hey,
Put your light skin away.
yo.
You doing
Uh,
too much now, Drizzy.
hey. Wow. I never thought of a disrespectful angle to it. Man, to be honest with you, I think it is one of the more brilliant moves that I've ever seen done in rap. And I'll say it for this reason. Go ahead.
No, I agree with you. It was so fucking strategic, yet disrespectful.
Mm,
Because like it's you okay, I'm not a rapper. I'm not a producer. I'm not an AR. I don't do anything in the music industry. But if I decide, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna make a rap song.
mm,
and I say, who's the hottest male rapper out right now, and who's the hottest female rapper out right now?
Mhm.
And I'm not even going to put a name to that. No, fuck that. I am going to put a name to it. If I say I'm going to do a song with Drake, and I say that I'm going to do a song with Drake, and I say I'm going to do a song with, let's just say, Glow, for
Okay.
just to have one guy, one girl, one woman on the song.
Hmm.
You think Drake wouldn't feel the way that I AI'd his voice?
But given the context, I don't know, and that's why.
Drake would sue my fucking drawers off if I AI'd his voice.
Well, I think it's the context of how you're using it. Because look, because check it out. The reason why I love this and didn't think of it as being disrespectful, it was because, like, I'm sure if Ari Spears could rap as good as Drake, then when he was doing the impersonations over the songs, they would have came across a lot better. To me, I looked at that as just like I'm speaking in the voice, like, like he didn't want to do like the DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince like voice to voice thing or the DMX voice thing. He was like, I'll just use the AI to be the voices of the people that I want to like impersonate and what they think of you and how they looking at you right now. So that's why even the disrespect part didn't even come in my mind, because I was like, man, that's really funny. Like, if I couldn't do impressions, I would just write the things that I would want the impression to say and then record around it. That's fire to me.
I mean, but to AI a person's voice, that you probably have their cell phone number, because Snoop didn't take too kind to that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't verbally say it, but you can see it in his face. Like, don't do that. Why would you do that?
Because why not? It's Drake. Hey, listen.
Don't start letting your light skin show to feel like you can just do what the fuck you want to do.
Right.
You still can't just do what you want to do. And I genuinely felt that was so fucking disrespectful to AI a person's voice that's alive and well.
Hey, you might be right. But here's the thing with Drake. He's going to be the person that's going to have to learn when you do something. Like, he's doing it because he can. Like, in his world, there is no doing too much because nobody can stop him. They don't even try.
Okay, but there's a thin line between doing it because you can and doing it because you want to.
I dig it.
There's a thin line. Yes, I can do this, but there's repercussions behind it. Whether I'm willing to live behind those repercussions or not, it's two different things. I can do anything I want to do, but so like I said, it's a difference between doing it because I can and doing it because I can get away with it. That one, Drizzy, you can't get away with because niggas is asking questions. When I heard the song, I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, okay, of course, there's no way it's Pac. Okay, we get that. There's no fucking way it's Pac. I don't give a fuck they talk this nigga in Bermuda and shit. No, there's no way this is Pac. Drizzy, you ain't got that reach. But then when it switched and it was Snoop, and it's like, ain't no fucking way Snoop approves this. Like, this is what's going on in my head. There's no way Snoop approves this. He fucks with Kendrick and he would not involve himself in the middle of this shit.
Yeah.
Will he sit back and enjoy it? Absolutely. But he's not going to involve himself. This has to be AI. It has to be. There's no other option. It has to be fucking AI. It has to be. Yeah. And then as I thought about it, it was just like, you AI a man's voice that's alive? You disrespectful Canadian. Wow. Okay, we get it. You are. I won't dispute it. Not a fan of his music like that, but I won't dispute it. You are number one of the big three. You are selling the records. Only dudes moving units is Imp, Pimp, Juice, and you. I get it. But you're doing too much. When it not towards the beef at all. Keep that shit going.
For sure.
But you're being disrespectful to the legends now. And nothing ever comes good to a person that disrespects the legends.
Oh, hey, that's an interesting perspective, man. Wow, I wasn't expecting that perspective. You've made me open the scope upon this. I kind of want to see if Snoop is going to be on Kendrick's reply. like, I kind of hope he is now. You know what I mean? Like, just because you said that, like, this the real Snoop Dogg. You bitch, you know, something like that. And
but will he reply though?
Hey, you know what? He will.
If you wait too long, you automatically lose.
You think so?
I do. Like you gotta come with some shit if you wait too long. Because if you wait too long, people are going to. I feel like if you wait too long, people are going to lose interest. Something else is going to come about. And then, okay, I'm just going to throw some numbers out. Okay. You drop like that. Drake took what, 2 weeks to respond? I'm terrible with.
Yeah, no, he's like 2-3 weeks.
It took about 2-3 weeks for him to respond. And he responded, and his response was solid. Because I'm still stuck on Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. That's my shit right now. That's my shit right now. I don't even like Drake, but that is nigga, everybody, nigga. If I said go make some drums, nigga, that means shut the fuck up. But he responded. Response was solid. Everybody put Kate out on the clock, and I don't know where this clock came from.
Oh man, we're gonna explain that, and I'm gonna defecate all over it too.
Yeah, I don't know where this clock came from, but everybody put Kate out on the clock. Apparently, Kate, I didn't make the clock time, so Drake drops the new joint. And I'm not even mad at the song.
Okay.
I'm not even mad at the song, but if it's going to take Kate out, let's just say 3 months to respond, nobody's going to give a fuck after that.
See,
to even where Drake can even say in a random ass song with Taylor Swift and say, "You had your chance, sir. Pass that."
Yeah.
And the world will respect it.
Yeah. Oh, Jones is here. Oh God. Oh man. So
no, Jones, you will care.
So this is a great conversation to have with specifically you two. So check it out. The clock thing, it started because of Drake, but I think Drake had the greatest reason to put somebody on the clock. You know, when Meek Mill went to Twitter talking about don't compare me to no other rappers and don't compare me to Drake because I'll be writing my raps and they be having ghostwriters and this like that. Drake was like, "Oh, I got a ghostwriter now, and you talking about how I rap? Well, here, stand right here and let's rap. Let's rap right now, me and you." And then he put out Charged Up. He gave him 4 days to respond to that. Then he hit him with the back-to-back. He obviously has some more stuff coming. But then Meek dropped that dud, that super dud with the hardest Undertaker sample I've ever heard be flipped before. That was the hardest on that. And but he didn't put any fire behind it. So you don't it comes from Drake, but it's not a real thing. That stuff about people being on the clock, that's just the listener wanting the content. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't grow up in that era where this records came out like 2 days, 4 days, 12 hours, whatever. And of course now you got Rick Ross. He jumped out there and responded, wow, the Drake joint was just getting heard by everybody. But realistically, as I'm looking at Jones' comments now too, don't rush diss records. But I got a question because I think I get what you're saying, and I have a theory because you're not a Kendrick Lamar fan or a Drake fan. So I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you're coming from a perspective of, well, I'm just here to see the fight. So if y'all ain't fighting, then I'm just go back to whatever I was doing.
Yes. Yes. We just left the school because y'all said that y'all was gonna go around the corner and fight.
Right.
If y'all not finna go fist, if y'all not finna have this kerfuffle, I would just walk home.
Right.
I came for bloodshed.
Right.
Like, if I'm not gonna get that, I'm just gonna head home. I'm gonna stop at Okie Dokie. I'm gonna get me some penny candy and a quarter soda, and I'm going to the crib and do my homework because
you know what I'm saying?
You niggas ain't talking about shit right
now. Right. Yeah, man. So, I think to that point, you're definitely gonna lose interest. But here's the Jedi mind trick of this all, and I believe Jones is alluding to it over here as well. I think that obviously the Kendrick stands will wait, right? But you know why you will fortunately or unfortunately be roped back into this in some way, shape, or form? It's because the audience that just hates Drake is just bigger and louder than the Kendrick stands alone. So they're going to make sure that whatever comes out against them, it gets more gas to it to make it something. Just like the Rick Ross, I still think the Rick Ross this is trash. He's telling some good jokes. The artwork is funny, but that song weak as hell. That is weaker than newborn urine.
Damn. Well, hey, Jones, you can keep that Mayweather Pacquiao shit because I didn't want to see that fight because they waited way too long to do that shit. Horrible argument, sir. But but yes, the diss track. I'm gonna tell you why I think that diss track was weak. I don't believe Ross and Drake really have a beef.
Okay.
Because their Twitter back and forth has been so comical. Yeah. Like, it's been fucking hilarious. Yeah. Like, both of them decided, like, let's get in our comedy bag and just crack corny jokes. Like, dude, they went back and forth about some shit the other day that 99.9% of the world would just be like, oh, okay, rich nigga beef. I bought my $80,000 jet. You leased yours. Both you bitches still got jets. Shut up. Like, nobody give a fuck.
Right.
Like, motherfucker, I drive a Volkswagen Passat. I don't give a fuck about your jet. Like, nigga, argue about some shit I can relate to. Nigga, you're not talking about shit.
Right.
But I really think that the Drake Ross back and forth is them just being childish with one another and just I won't be shocked if we get a fucking Aston Martin music fucking 2 after this. The original Aston Martin music. Right. Like I won't be shocked, because like I said, their back and forth banner on Twitter has been jokes
Yeah.
that they're both laughing at.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
who, like Ross, how do you know this man wear khakis, no draws? Like, you doing too much, fam.
madness.
Like, how do you know that information, sir?
Pure madness.
Like,
I
where were
wonder who
you? Where were you when he decided to put his khakis on
or take them off.
or take them off? Or take them
That's
off
right.
for you to
Like,
realize
how you know raw meat was in there, dog?
how do
How
you
you know?
know he had on what we say Dockers no draw? Like, what, how do you
Yeah.
know that, sir?
Like, how you know he bareback in a pair of khakis? Mhm.
He as we stated earlier, he's early 90s, he's 90s, the
Hey.
doctor.
Yeah.
Niggas raw dog and everything.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, I hear raw doggery. Yikes. But yeah, no, I really do think that unfortunately just the people that just want to see Drake lose, they just want to see him lose at life. So you're gonna be roped back in. But I don't think it's anything necessarily wrong with how long Kendrick is waiting. But just make the drop mean something. Um, I will say that if whatever he has comes out and it's a part of an album, I never want to hear about how Drake is the worst thing to happen to hip hop because 2 or 3 times in the heat of battle while making an album or by going on a tour, he's made time to diss somebody and keep it moving. Like, one of my favorite lines on back to back is actually the last couple bars where he was like, I took a break from views, now it's back to that. And it's just like, oh, wow. So look, here's a little freebie for this goofy over here on Twitter that has a lot to say about me. And now I'm going to get right back to doing what I do, which is making this music. Like he did that and then dropped Controller. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like what are you doing? But the Ross Drake thing, look, man, let nothing distract you from this. And I don't know how Jones and y'all are about to feel about this, but I'm telling the truth about Rick Ross again today, man, because y'all don't be listening to me. But I'll be right. And I'm about to be real right when I tell y'all today. This is becoming rich jokes and 1% problems and 1% shaming because Rick Ross ain't got enough rap lyrics. He don't know enough words to keep rapping with Drake. He doesn't know that many words. His vocabulary is not extensive enough. He's not a true lyricist. Like, that's why that song sounds the way it does. That's why we're more entertained by the talking and we're entertained by the jokes. That man does not have enough rap in his mind. And he doesn't know how many ways to call somebody something without using the same words he's been using since 2006. So that's why.
That's hard to say though, Cam, but because it's hard to say because we really don't know. We really don't know exactly how much physical and mental effort Drake is putting to these bars when you have a team of writers.
No, hey, listen. When we talking albums, I'm with you. I don't think this is that. Listen, I know that people want to asterisk Drake and think that there's a team of people writing like these moments here. I'm not gonna say that if the next number one record he has comes out and yeah, hey, maybe Yachty did the bridge or the hook or he inspired this or he just produced this and he's producing the records. Even with all that being said, I still don't think those team of writers was like, hey, let's do this joint push-ups real quick. I don't think that happened. I think that Drake literally is just great enough that he's already computing and writing at a faster pace than most artists anyway. That he's like, yo, I got some time to zero in on this real quick. And I think that's all Dolo, one or two takes, and they just and 40 mix it real quick and they just get it out there. I don't think anybody's helping Drake with what we're hearing outside of the albums.
I feel, but I also feel like, and you may be right because I don't know Drake. Like again, I've probably never been within 300 feet of the man. You can bar a nigga up that fast, but still need people to help you write an album. Why do you need a team of writers for your album when you're skilled enough? You're saying if you're skilled enough to shut a nigga up in 2 days.
So, great question.
And I'm asking that because I'm not a rapper. Like you actually rap. You actually rap. So you know what it takes to put bars together. So that's why I'm asking that question. I'm asking for clarity.
No, for sure. And I'm here for the clarity. Because like that is a great question. And I actually learned this now that I think back into a time when I was in a studio session. And matter of fact, here's what it is. I'll tell you a very personal story about myself, a friend of mine who also rapped, and one of his friends. Somehow, some way, I got myself at the CRC or CRS studio. I'm sorry, it's like it's a pretty legendary studio in Chicago. And now, I'm kind of just sitting around chilling. I was invited to the session, and I'm thinking I got invited for a feature, but no, because I'm thinking like, yo, okay. I'm like, I wonder why I ain't sent me the beat yet. So I'm sitting here like going over things in my mind, like, well, what do I want to say? I was kind of like, I didn't have the pilot at this time, or the BlackBerry. I was still in my notebook, super heavy. And then, but when I get to the session, they got this beat playing, and basically, not even though basically what literally and directly happened was, they wanted me to help my man's write a song. And me being super hip hop with very little music business acumen, if any, I was offended. I was like, y'all should just give me the beat. Let me rap to it. I don't want to help write his song. I want to be heard using my words because I'm in my mind thinking like, yo, whatever I give you is gonna be the hottest stuff you're gonna say. So I need credit. You know what I'm saying? I need people to know that I said it. And literally, Wang, I tell you that I think a moment like that, and because of the way I treated it, is probably the reason why we're having this conversation the way we are. There's a potential chance that I rob myself of potentially making a hit record or at least a regional classic because I was unwilling to help write a song for a person that I knew was more than capable of writing the song one. And then somebody, because of ego, I just think I'm better than, and how I want to be heard and how I want to get on, how I want to be listed as the person that did this. Whereas had I just contributed to the record, hey, it might have been a hit record. It could have got me a deal, and I could have been doing other things, or maybe I just be a writer for somebody else. But that's the music business. You kind of just so that's why I look at them different because sometimes you can get yourself as a songwriter, a crafter of songs, right? Because there is a certain science to it to a degree. Like there are certain, like they say, like trigger words and tones, and like a lot of people say, like the first note or the first 5 seconds of a song determines how timeless it will be in your life, and versus songs that are not, and some of the words that are even in those songs. So like you think about it from this way, as the rap music genre grows, right? Then you have the situation where this really big artist is, he has his hit for his rap fans, started from the bottom, but he wants to cross over, and he wants to like have a bigger hit that is like genreless, or maybe it can be played on all stations. So he has the concept for the song called Hold On, We're Going Home. And then all of a sudden, they're filling in and making the bridge to what he already has. So, we're not even sure that, Drake is not doing it just to toss people a bone. Because that is the difference between, having a music career and being the dude that was hot that one summer, because you got so many artists that will benefit from that. And when you don't have the structure, when you can just say anything to the beat, then like, oh, that's like super easy. This don't have to rhyme. This don't have to resonate with a Target demo. We ain't got to worry about this being in Target. I'm not trying to put it in no Levi's commercials. I don't care if you just captions or not. Like, I'm just going to just say words that are fly to me to you. And that is way easier than actually crafting songs for a living every week.
Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that. That's it. That was just a question for the unknown. Right? I needed
Yeah.
I needed clarity. I
Yeah,
still
no, for sure.
still don't like the nigga.
Yeah,
still
man.
still not listening to the nigga's album. I'm not. But
Yeah,
but
man.
but but it does make sense. It does make sense. Like okay, well, let me ask you this.
Because I was gonna say,
With him and the Ross back and forth.
yeah,
Did you see that Ross insinuated that he wrote Sicko Mode?
yeah. And
How, how, how,
see,
how do you feel about that, or do you even believe it?
I don't believe it, but at the same time, I look at the songs that we question Drake's pen over, and I'd be like, from a lyric standpoint, these aren't the ones that I'm gauging. Like if I'm telling you should hear some Drake, there's some certain songs I just wouldn't play. Now, Sickle Mode is a very dope record, but that dope record is the production first, and the way that Drake changes the whole tempo and energy of it. I don't know if I don't know what he's trying to say as far as like he wrote it, but my thing is from a skill level, that ain't the Drake verse bar for me. Like it's like, oh, you know, when the allegations about him having writers first hit the scene, it was because of uh 10 bands, energy, and my woes. I'm like, I don't listen to any of these three songs when I'm definitely playing Drake today. Like, you're not like now. Look, if you want to tell me he didn't write his verse on No Lie, which I was caping for that to be verse of 2011 or 2012, whatever year that was. I think that was a verse of the year candidate for me. If you're gonna tell me that he didn't write his verse to HYFR, I'd honestly be
Whoa.
heartbroken.
You said no lie?
Yeah, my
What that
joint.
nigga said? What that nigga said? Ooh, that look like what's the name? Just saw it.
Yeah,
Is what's the name? Nigga, 2 Chainz wrote that shit.
yeah. Come on,
2
man. Hey,
Chainz wrote that shit.
no. Hey, listen.
That was 2 Chainz bar like a motherfucker.
No, hey, no.
Ooh,
That's what he taking his own flow and killing them with his own flow.
No,
You
2
know
Chainz
what I'm
wrote that
saying?
shit. That 2
Yeah.
Chainz said she got a big booty, so I call her big. What the fuck else you gonna call it, nigga?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I get it, but I'm telling you, no, the no lie verse is. Hey, you know how I know 2 Chainz couldn't have wrote it because the verse he spit after it, he could have cut off. It's like, yo, don't even put this on here. Like, what are you talking? You heard what I just said? You know what I'm saying? What's happening? What's happening? Y'all see people falling in? My bad. We out here, but yeah, man. That 2 Chainz and champagne you want true. That's true enough. Yeah. Forbes list like every year. My office is my tour bus. She came through. She bought food. She got fucked. She know what's
You
up.
know what's up?
She said, "I'm the realest up." And I say, "Damn, that makes
That
2
makes
of
2 of
us."
us.
Oh my God! Hey, he was going crazy. He was going crazy on that.
So you really got Aubrey on that type of level to where, yes, I can get on your shit and either dumb it down to your level and still shit on you and still be Aubrey Graham.
Mm-hmm.
So you have him on that level
Yeah,
of artistry.
I definitely do. I
You got
definitely do.
you got wheelchair Jimmy on that level of
Yeah.
artistry.
Yeah, hey, and respectfully, I never knew Wheelchair Jimmy.
I've
Yo,
never seen I've never seen an episode of Degrassi in my
yeah,
life.
hey,
I just
I
know that
didn't
nigga was
know.
wheelchair Jimmy.
Let me do you one better. I didn't know Degrassi was a thing until after Best I Ever Had blew up.
Me
Like,
too.
no, I had
Me too.
no idea. I was like, oh, this kid was
Me
from a
too.
TV show. I was
Me
like,
too.
oh, I don't give a shit. I'm an adult. Like, but so yeah, I didn't so for me, when I seen the pictures, it looks funny now. It's super funny. It is almost like, wait, what if Screech got cool in real life after Saved by the Bell? Like it kind of felt
Oh
like that.
fuck.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
man, but no, yeah, I do think that Drake has just he's found a pretty decent sweet spot between quality and quantity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta commend the guy that is definitely for about what a good 5 or 6 years. He was giving you a project and a half plus 3 or 4 Lucy's. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in the form of singles or just or features for somebody else's album. He went on that run from like 2015 to 2019. Like, so, and then sometimes he's singing, sometimes he's rapping. I really just think that he's just, a machine, and everything that he's doing with the writers now, I think it's more hands off than the Kanye situation is, and I still think Kanye West, when he wants to be, is a phenomenal MC. I think Kanye is a phenomenal MC, and I say that because no matter if it's Rhyme Fest, Consequence, or Push, Big Sean, whoever it was writing around him, there's still something about. There's some verses when I hear Kanye West rapping, I just know that's really him rapping. Like, no, this is what he really saying. I can't. It's like my X-Men capability. You know what I'm saying? I just know when you really wrote it. I know it permeates and the synergy different.
So I'm asking you a stupid question. Okay, I'm asking you two stupid questions.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this one first. When I saw a guy, I was on TikTok, scrolling on TikTok, and a guy asked me, well, he didn't ask me, but a guy asked, what does the music industry do during all of this melee? What does the music industry do when Lil Wayne decides I'm going to involve myself on Drake's behalf?
Now, when he says, what does the music industry do? Like,
Like,
fans?
because literally, Drake was not lying. It's 20 versus 1.
Yeah.
What does the music industry do when Dwayne Carter says, I'm done with letting y'all bully my man. I'm here now to do the back and forth with him.
I think this is just my hip hop brain talking now. I think that, okay, and fire on y'all anyway, because I can't name you one Wayne diss record that would have me scared to say anything to him. Like, let's be clear. The other person that's been dodging the back and forth with Pusha T is Dwayne Carter.
Dwayne Carter. Thank you. Thank you.
Like, hey.
Because that, bro, I bullshit you not. That was my exact reply. He said, what are you going to do if they go get Dwayne Carter? My reply was, go get Push. My exact reply. I'm going to find that shit. I'm a screenshot and send it to you. They're going to go get Push.
Yeah.
Then what?
Right. Like, hey, look, he won't respond at all to it. He's still responding from records that's happened 10 or 15 years ago now.
Okay, so now, fuck, I gotta think of my other question again. Oh, shit. Well, that's okay. What was the other one? Because I had two of them for you. Fuck.
Oh, man. While you think of the question.
Yeah, keep talking while I think.
Yeah. But yeah, no, man, Ross ain't got the vocabulary to keep this going. I know the back and forths. To be real, Drake, I don't think he needs anybody. That's what's so compelling about this to me. That for the first time we see a person outmanned and it looks good for him. Like, when you think back of the time when it was 50 Cent versus Ja Rule and Murder Inc. versus the Locks versus Fat Joe and the Terror Squad versus The Game, I was like, okay, so this can't go well. Like, there's not much there's not much faith I have in this going well for 50, but he survives. And you're like, wow, what a miraculous thing that we have here. But when I look at a Drake versus Future versus Kendrick Lamar versus Rick Ross versus French Montana, I'm like, oh, so it's basically like 1-on-1 3/4. Like I don't see anything now. But when we get into the Kanye West and when we get into the Pusha T, now it gets interesting because now he's going to pick and choose who he wants to respond to. Remember, this is how Pusha T gets into this anyway. Like, the analogy that I'll use is Above the Rim. What was Wood Harris' character name in Above the Rim?
Oh,
I forget. People like, say that? I'm a soldier.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. It's, you know what? Hold on. Let me dive into my Google.
Well, here. So check it out. Here's the thing, right? Remember when Birdie ran up on Flip and and how they end up cutting them up or whatever. That then you got the game, right? Where they lose, Tommy Shepard come through in the clutch. So here come Will Harris character to try to blow his brains out the park. See, that's who Pusha T was. Look, the target was Kanye West, and he made it very clear until the infrared joint. And then he sends the response, the Duppy freestyle, and he says something about his fiance. So now then Pusha just goes crazy. And then you've heard things back, but Pusha T jumped out there like Birdie said, ooh, and he was about to just spray everybody. So, like, to be fair, in a lot of ways, Drake never really wanted smoke with Pusha T. He just thought it would be easy because he was so much more famous than he was, and it did not go that way for him.
Okay, so that just reminded me of the other question that I had.
Let's go.
So so just so it's clear, we both agreed that Push won the back and forth between him and Drake.
Oh yeah, for sure. Whenever you start explaining the imagery that was posted about you instead of rapping, you lost.
And we said that about the back and forth fun banter between Jordan Lucas and Tory Lanez. If you gotta explain it, you lost.
Yeah, my man was like, "Let me tell y'all what was happening in that last." Like, nah, bro, I heard it. No,
see what happened was, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You lost. But
right.
So, lyrically, not my favorite. No one's favorite. I would say no one's favorite. But I will say that Kanye got the W over Drake.
Really?
Okay. Very childish reason. Super childish reason.
Okay.
You convinced this man to fly out to Wyoming? Where he be?
Oh
yeah. You convinced him to fly out to Wyoming. Now, if you convince him to fly out to Wyoming, that means that you're paying for the studio time, you're paying for your stay in Wyoming, the whole nine. Y'all go through track listings. You pick a song. I need that, yay. My nigga, I need that. I got to get on that. Okay, you got it. And then a week later, you hear poopity scoop dee boop, poopity boop dee boop, boop scoop scoop dee boop. That nigga Kanye is diabolical. Not only did I make you waste your time, I made you waste your time. I made you waste your money. I also took the same beat that you said you wanted, and I put bullshit over the top of it.
Yeah. He honestly should have snuffed Ye for that. I can see. Like, yo, they tried to make it a thing too. Kanye was right. They tried to make it a thing. They tried to make that verse stay around a lot longer than it was supposed to.
The childish human in me gave Kanye the W because, nigga, you said fuck the money. You said fuck the notoriety. All of that. I don't give a fuck about the money. I don't give a fuck what he was going to pay me for this beat. I am going to say, okay, I had you fly out to Wyoming. You put yourself up. You paid for me to be in the studio with you as I gave you reference tracks. You paid for that. You picked a beat. And then I made stupid ass noises over it.
Right.
And allowed the world to hear it. That's not a win. That's not a win for Kanye.
I mean, I'll say this. When you frame it like that, yes. It's a very funny win, but I think I see, and this might sound a little nitpickish, but if you do it to an artist that really need the look versus the guy that has arguably surpassed you as far as popularity goes and sales, I don't know who really wins or loses. Cause like they're literally the 1 and 1A on, hey, I need this sold musically. Who should I go to? Usually Drake or Kanye has been the name for over a decade now for both.
Yeah.
So but like, and no disrespect to him, but like if that was how the Freddie Gibbs feature went, you know what I mean? Like this, like, oh yo, boy, hey, yo, you wild for that. That's bogus. Because we already look like, dude, Freddie Gibbs got Ye feature money. You know what I mean? Like you raise that question, like, who can pay this Kanye retainer for the studio? And it's like Drake has probably spent more than that threatening to kill a young lady for having this child. So I'm not sure if he really won, if he just irritated him. It might have just annoyed him. And because he
I
could have
like that
literally
breakdown though. Like, did he win or did he annoy him? That is great.
Yeah, we got to be careful because we're not sure what happened here.
Like, did you win or did you just make me want to slap the shit out of you? Like, that's a difference.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I like that. Well, yeah, I want to be an ass. I ain't gonna lie, I want to be an asshole with that one. Like,
Hey, listen, I think they really should actually like square off, but I think again, Drake is probably just the fastest rap writer that there is right now, and I think this is what everybody would have to keep up with. But I'll tell you this, Kendrick, if he drops, it's really got to be timeless. Like for it to matter now, I'm not even joking because like back to back for the last decade is a classic. But I don't know, as a person that just listened to it again here in the last like 8 days, I wonder, will there ever be a time where that song is actually put in the conversation of the top 5 or 10 diss tracks of all time? I say that to say I feel that Kendrick Lamar needs that moment right now to force that moment out of Drake because back to back is actually light, and based on the response he got is what makes it so strong. And I love that record. Back to back is a super dope record, and that's what's so great about it. But it's not as scathing as we've heard like just other diss tracks be. So I don't think when we really go back to like diss tracks, maybe embarrassing moments that like, oh, remember how Drake embarrassed Meek Mill? But I don't think it would be like, yo, that was such a vicious response. I think Kendrick Lamar needs to come up with that moment no matter when it drops, because no matter when that drops, then that is what makes us all care because it's like, hey, no, you got to respond for real with this. And I know the first thing y'all will go to, and you're right to do it, is just how the Pusha T story of Adidon went, right? I think what would make it different with Kendrick Lamar is that the rapping would be in question. I don't think, and I mean this in the proper context, we don't really live in a world where people assume that Pusha T raps as well as Drake. But we do live in a world where people do think that Kendrick Lamar raps as good as Drake. So technically, that saved them from responding to that again. Like, unfortunately, I saw Story of Adidon come out, and yeah, it was jokes and memes, but a lot of people were like, but this ain't a good rap. Though I was like, but do you hear what he's saying in the rap?
Okay. You just clarified what I was trying to ask you. I'm gonna say, so you saying Push didn't like nigga, you shitting on Push? Like,
No,
but no,
not
you
me.
just clarified that. You just clarified that. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Cause look, I was taken aback like you were just at that moment. Cause I was like, no, he went crazy. But they was like, but this ain't a good rap song. Like this ain't even on an original beat. And he didn't all he did was just talk about like secrets and things like that. Like people didn't it didn't translate to being a great rap record. And the thing is, it's like I didn't know that that was a thing. Like, like, like we would literally measure it on the skill of it being a record. But I mean, when we look back, some of the biggest rap disses are also records. Some of them hit records. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy because I mean we are from the era of they gonna go to the radio station and just start rapping. I'll kick a hot 16 or a quick 50 or saying we gonna hop on somebody else's beat, call you all kinds of B's and the other F word and the H's, get the bars off, and that was streets on fire. But now we live in this era where yeah, I mean he said a bunch of stuff that'll get you shot. It's like, dang. So we're not even grading bars at this point. They're like, they don't even consider this. Like he was like rapping. Totally threw me off guard.
No, I agree with you on that. A couple disrespectful phrases and it's beef now.
Yeah.
Like you don't have any. I guess it goes back to what you were saying about takeover.
Hey.
When it stopped being truths versus just insults.
Right. And I think insults are fine. You know what I'm saying? But see, just these narratives that just loom over. That's why I do need, and the thing is, I don't think Kendrick Lamar needs a takeover moment or an ether moment. I literally think he needs an he needs a how you like me now moment. He needs a hit him up moment. And when I say that, yes, I know thanks to Will Smith that Wild Wild West is probably the biggest selling Cool Mo D song. But How You Like Me Now is 5 rap verses, and all 5 are aimed. Well, no, 3 of the 5 are definitely aimed at LL Cool J, and it's the biggest record that he has. And if nothing else, you attach me to this, and this is in the rafters of hip hop responses. He needs one of those. He needs to hit him up like it's like, hey, look, as much as we want to talk about keep your head up and Brenda's got a baby, you also got to admit that one of the top 5s ever talked about from Tupac Shakur was hit him up. That's just where we are. So I think he needs one of those to stay in this.
Off topic.
Mm.
Have you ever seen Cool Mo D without the glasses?
No, I don't know. I'm actually kind of scared.
That's bothering me right now, but it's weighing heavy on my heart right now.
Yeah.
But no, but you are right. Like he he needs something to set him apart
Mhm.
because rap beef has not been the same since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's too lighthearted. It's too like even I can openly say that like I said, one of my favorite rappers, even though I wouldn't call it a beef, and you led me to understand that was J. Cole and Wale with Groundhog's Day and False Prophets.
Yeah.
Can't really call it a beef because it was just two friends like speaking to each other via rap.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it's become. But no. I'm a recap. That ain't what it become. Because
Yeah.
R&B niggas is bodying these rap niggas right now.
Yeah, for sure.
R&B niggas is out rapping rap niggas in rap beef.
Yeah.
Cause
Absolutely.
Drake, cause Wheelchair Jimmy still holding his own, and Chris Brown just walks circles around Quavo.
Hey. Yeah, Chris Brown can really rap, man.
Chris
Chris Brown can
Brown,
really rap.
bruh, I saw this shit today. I saw this shit today. They said this nigga Chris Brown can sing, he can dance, he can rap, he can fight, he snorts coke, he can draw, he can paint. What the fuck don't this nigga do?
Hey, for real, I'm telling you, man. That is, hey, listen, new
Bro,
era Renaissance man.
Beat a bitch Breezy got busy on Quavo.
Yeah, yeah. Briss
and
Brown.
if the shit that he was saying was true, bro, Quavo. I'm not a Migos fan either. If y'all not getting the fucking, I'm not a fan of new rap music. If y'all haven't figured that shit out over the Chris Brown single-handedly. If Quavo, oh fuck. J. Cole. J. Cole.
Yeah.
Listen, Jermaine Cole, please. I don't know if you watch our shows. Maybe somebody that you know watches our shows and they can relate a special to you, sir. Take a hint from what an R&B nigga just did in a rap battle.
Yikes.
You let a R&B dancing nigga show you how to rap battle.
Hey, man. Again, it's got to be in you, not on you, man. You know, streets ain't for everybody. That's why they pay for the sidewalks.
I like that. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro. Beat a bitch Breezy said, you know what, nigga? This old chicken tender bullshit you on?
Man.
Let me show you how it's done. Quavo, please don't reply.
No, hey, no, actually, no. Reply. I want to hear, hey, listen, I'm going to say this. So we going to stop excluding all the reform mumble rappers from proving how good you really are. We're not excluding them.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I promise you, that's not what I'm trying to do.
No, hey.
I genuinely realize if Quavo replies, he's in over his head by a singing nigga. Drake said it. Drake said it.
Yeah, hey. Get body by a second nigga.
Drake said it. Quavo, you got bodied by a singing nigga. Go home to Kia Sarah and just chill, fam.
Yo, hey, Quavo.
You and Quad, y'all happy?
Heck no.
Just do that.
Yo,
Leave Be the Bitch Breezy alone because you gonna be the next one.
hey, Quavo, hop out there, man. Let them know. Let them know that you really do the rap stuff. Don't let Briss Brown do this to you, man. You gotta get out there because we keep calling you great too. You gotta get great in combat as well. What is you really about? But you know what? To cut, I mean, we're not necessarily short. We've been rocking an hour, but I will say that this era, we might be witnessing the last battle, like period. Like I do believe that there will be way more J. Cole's that exist than Drake's that will exist, than Rick Ross's that will exist. I really do believe that because now again I think we said this before, we're officially in the era where you don't have to write your rhymes, you don't
You
have to
don't
have the freshest rhymes,
and you don't want to be the
you
best.
you don't have to battle, you don't have to freestyle, and you can get in the music industry. And so like now there are officially no hip hop rules that get you in the game anymore. It don't matter. It's like, oh, do you know what rap is? Are you willing to rap over here? What if we put this all together to make money? So like hip hop and the music industry have been never more divided than they are right now. And I could see a lot of people just like, even though no man, y'all saw the J. Cole thing, like, yo, it just don't allow my spirit to be battling niggas, you know what I'm saying? So nah, we ain't doing that. If I hurt dude feelings, man, I apologize. Like that's what it's gonna be. And it's not gonna be too many more of these. Like so that's why I am curious on how Kendrick will respond, because if you get two of the three guys that have quote unquote dominated their era for the most part, um, the next generation will move as that generation did. So I look at that and I say, if Kendrick Lamar doesn't necessarily make this a interesting battle, along with J. Cole apologizing and bowing out, which only leaves Drake, who is just the most wildly successful one. So now people would have to feel like, well, I'm just so successful, that's why I'm beating you in this battle. Or they're just going to elect to not do it at all, which kind of sucks. But it's kind of where we are as a game, man. Um,
No, I feel what you're saying though. I feel what you're saying is, but I also feel like certain people don't get the opportunity to reply when the circumstances are stacked against one person
uh,
and they blatantly come out on top.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
no, 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 my nigga, you are the rapper.
yeah,
You're
man.
you're the rapper. How you don't show up with the bars?
Right. Hey, it's gonna get. I think it's still room for it to get interesting. I think this. I would like to know like how long Kendrick replies, but again, if what he drops is timeless and lives up to the hype that people speak to him, then this is only the beginning. So this is
Change the
interesting, man.
scenery.
For sure. Shoot, matter of fact, shoot. Hey, listen, the change of scenery is I can barely see, so we're gonna have to cut this short, Daddy. Yo, you dig what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to get some free time to relive this one, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate y'all for hopping on and hanging out. Yeah, I saw a lot of the comments, but I really didn't see them. But we're gonna talk about it another time. So, all you hip, cool, happening cats out there, I just want to say have a great night. Be safe. And wear condoms because they still exist. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the latest episode of Made in the 1980s. Peggy Bundy was fire to me. That's the name of the episode.
No,
And
Grace Jones was fired.
you know what I'm saying? Sorry, Dr. Umar. Hey, but it's love.